Myth hash 1. Closing background apps on your smartphone extends battery life. This assumption, which seems to have its roots in the early days of smartphones, is so deeply ingrained in most users that it's almost like a commandment for digital behavior. In a world where the pace of technological advancement is dizzying, this belief has survived the test of time, becoming an integral part of our daily tech habits. This sentiment is so deeply embedded in our collective consciousness that it takes the form of a tech mantra, passed down from tech enthusiasts of previous generations to digital natives of the present era. This belief is so deeply rooted in our psyche that the act of swiping away background apps in an attempt to conserve battery life feels almost instinctive, an unconscious reflex that we perform without a second thought. But let's pause for a moment and scrutinize this belief. Let's put it under the microscope, analyze it, and attempt to understand the truth that lies beneath the surface of this widely accepted tech myth. So, what exactly are these so-called background apps? In essence, they're apps that you've opened and then navigated away from without hitting the exit or close button. These apps aren't active in the traditional sense, but they're still present in your smartphone's memory, functioning behind the scenes, so to speak. They're the silent overseers running the show from the shadows, which has led to their designation as background apps. Now, many users theorize that these stealthy apps are quietly eating away at their battery life, secretly depleting power even when they're not being actively used. This hypothesis isn't entirely without merit, is it? After all, these apps are still technically open and presumably must be consuming some portion, however minuscule, of the device's resources. This line of reasoning on the surface seems to align with our understanding of how things work, but the reality is a bit more complex than that. Contrary to the widely held belief, closing these apps can actually have the opposite effect. I know this might sound counterintuitive at first, but bear with me as I shed some light on this paradox. Modern smartphones, regardless of whether they're powered by iOS, Android, or any other operating system, are designed to manage background processes with remarkable efficiency. They're equipped with incredibly sophisticated algorithms that handle background apps with finesse, ensuring that they don't unnecessarily drain your battery. When you choose to force close these apps, the result is akin to throwing a proverbial wrench into the gears of a well-oiled machine. The system, now forced to reload the apps from scratch when you reopen them, ends up burning more energy than it would have if the apps had been left untouched in the background. So, ironically, your well-meaning attempts to save battery life may actually be accelerating its depletion. So, during your next interaction with your device, remember this and allow your phone to perform its duties as programmed. Instead of nitpicking and trying to micromanage your device, trust it to manage those apps for you. Believe in its capabilities, in its sophisticated algorithms, and you'll undoubtedly be surprised by how efficiently it functions. Shifting gears to myth hash 2, the notion that leaving your charger plugged in when your device is fully charged will cause damage to the battery. Over the years, this myth has been a constant source of concern, responsible for countless nights and frantic online searches by tech users worldwide. The fear is tangible. The dread that your negligence may result in a swollen battery, or worse yet, a device that stubbornly refuses to hold a charge. But fret not. In today's digital age, your devices are far smarter than you may realize. Modern gadgets come equipped with intelligent charging technology. This means that once your device's battery reaches its maximum capacity, it automatically detects this state and ceases to draw power from the charger. This safety feature ensures that your battery isn't charged beyond its capacity, thereby aiding in preserving its health and longevity. So, regardless of whether you're charging your smartphone, tablet, or laptop, you can leave it plugged in overnight without worrying about potential battery damage. In conclusion, it's important to recognize that technology is constantly evolving, and with it, the ways our devices manage power are also becoming more efficient and refined. So the next time you find yourself worrying about these common tech myths, remember that your devices are engineered to work for you, not against you. So feel free to leave it plugged in overnight without worrying about battery damage. Myth hash 3. Hackers can effortlessly peep into your lives through your webcam. This popular misconception has ignited fear and apprehension for countless years, resulting in a widespread practice of concealing webcams with pieces of tape or colorful sticky notes. The image of a hidden hacker peering into your private life through the lens of a webcam has been utilized in numerous suspense and thriller movies to boost the fear factor. This has effectively perpetuated the myth in the minds of ordinary people. The idea is terrifying, isn't it? Your workspace, living room, bedroom, all displayed for a random stranger on the internet. This fear is so prevalent and deep-seated that people don't even question it anymore. They believe in this myth wholeheartedly, shuddering at the thought of being watched, spied upon. The mere idea is enough to send a chill down anyone's spine. But let's take a step back and ponder upon the reality of this widespread misconception. In a world teeming with digital threats, is this concern justified, or is it just an exaggerated cyber horror story? While the concept of someone spying on you through your webcam is indeed terrifying, it is crucial to note that it's not as commonplace as everyone assumes. Yes, it's technically feasible for cyber criminals to gain control over your webcam. However, this task is not a walk in the park. It's incredibly rare and necessitates advanced technical skills and understanding. Contrary to popular belief, a majority of hacking attempts are not focused, but rather on exploiting weak passwords or uncovering software vulnerabilities. This is because hacking into a webcam is a complex process that requires a high level of technical expertise. Knowing this, it's clear that the threat is not as imminent as it may seem. That does not mean you should ignore cybersecurity. Rather, it emphasizes the importance of focusing on other aspects of it. Instead of being paranoid about your webcam, it is more beneficial and productive to concentrate on bolstering your cybersecurity measures. Your passwords, updating your software regularly, avoiding suspicious links, and being vigilant about your online privacy should be your primary concerns. So instead of covering your webcam, focus on strengthening your cybersecurity measures. Myth #4, more bars mean better cell reception. This is a widespread fallacy that has circulated amongst mobile phone users for years. Many people hinge their belief on the idea that the more bars you see on your cellular device, the stronger your signal is, looking at it as a definitive measure of their connectivity's power. But is it really that simple? I'm here to tell you it's not. It's important to understand that the signal strength is not only related to the number of bars that appear on your mobile device's screen. The bars on your phone are a simplified visual representation used to indicate the signal strength. However, it doesn't give the entire picture. Signal strength is actually influenced by a myriad of various factors. One of the primary factors is the distance from the nearest cell tower. Like a radio station, the closer you are to the source of the signal, the stronger it generally is. But even that isn't an absolute rule. The landscape and environment also play a significant role in signal strength. Obstacles such as buildings or trees can block or weaken the signal. The material of the buildings, their height, density of trees, these factors can significantly affect your reception quality. In crowded areas where many people are trying to access the same network congestion can occur. This is similar to traffic congestion on a busy highway. The more people try and use the same network, the slower the speed, causing a drop in signal quality. So is it then correct to rely solely on the number of bars displayed on your phone? The answer is no. Instead of relying on visual indicator, use more accurate tools to assess your connectivity. Tools such as signal strength meters or network diagnostic apps can give a more comprehensive and accurate understanding of your true reception quality. They provide a numerical representation of the signal strength that can give you a precise insight into your connection quality. So don't rely solely on the number of bars. Instead, use tools like signal strength meters or network diagnostic apps to assess your true reception quality.